Here's a deal that sounds fair. A brand new television, no credit check, no big payment up front, just $27 a week. You can afford $27, so you sign. What the store doesn't say out loud is that the payments run for 2 years, and by the end you'll have paid almost $3,000 for a television that sat in the window at $1,000. That's rent to own. And the version that takes your furniture is the gentle one. There's another version that can take your house. Rent to own isn't a loan, and that's the whole trick. Legally, it's a rental you renew, usually every single week. Miss enough renewals and the store takes the item back, because until the very last payment, it was never yours. That structure is why there's no credit check and no interest rate printed on the wall. A court has ruled these aren't credits, the way a loan is, so the disclosure rules that force a lender to show you an interest rate simply don't apply here. You see a small weekly number. You don't see the total. So what does it actually cost? Consumer regulators found rent-to-own shoppers routinely pay more than twice the cash price over a year. And across a full agreement, 2 to 3 times retail is normal. When analysts convert those weekly payments into an old-fashioned interest rate, the numbers are staggering. One analysis of a major chain found effective rates ranging from around 40% to over 400% a year. A finance professor pegged the typical deal north of 200%. The same couch, the same TV, you just paid for 2 or 3 of them. Here's where it turns cruel. Imagine you've made 18 months of payments. You're close. Then a paycheck is late and you miss a week. Because you never owned the item, the store can repossess it, and everything you already paid is gone. Not credited. Not refunded. Gone. You don't get the couch, and you don't get the 18 months back. The people most likely to miss that payment are exactly the people the model is built for. No savings, no credit, living paycheck to paycheck. The risk isn't a side effect, it's the business. Now take that exact structure, you pay, but you don't own until the end, and apply it to a house. It's sold as a dream, rent to own your way into homeownership, no mortgage, no bank, bad credit welcome. You put down an option fee, often 1 to 5% of the home's value, and you start making monthly payments that feel like they're building toward owning. For an honest seller, this can genuinely be a bridge to a mortgage. But the same features that trap a TV buyer are far more dangerous when the asset is a house. The dangerous version is called a contract for deed. You make the payments, you maintain the home, you pay the taxes. But the seller keeps the title until the very last payment, sometimes years away. And buried in the contract is a forfeiture clause. Fall as little as 1 day behind, and the seller can cancel the whole thing, evict you, and keep every dollar you paid, plus the house, now with your years of repairs in it. Consumer lawyers have documented buyers who paid almost the entire price, then lost everything to a technical default. Unlike a mortgage, there's often no foreclosure process, no equity, no second chance. This isn't random. Both versions concentrate in communities that mainstream banks underserve. Buyers with thin credit, often lower income, often families of color, told this is their only path to a couch or a home. Housing advocates have called predatory land contracts a shadow mortgage market built to fail. There is a fix on the table. Proposed federal reform would force these home contracts to be recorded publicly and to end through foreclosure, which protects your equity instead of instant forfeiture. Some states already require it. But today, in much of the country, the protection you'd get on a mortgage simply isn't there. So here's the takeaway. Rent to own isn't always a scam. For a short need or with an honest seller and a fair recorded contract, it can work. But the machine is built so that a small weekly number hides a huge total, and so that the moment you stumble, you lose everything you put in. Before you sign anything rent to own, ask 3 questions. What's the total price if I pay it all? Not the weekly one? Do I own anything if I miss a payment? And is this contract recorded so it can't just be torn up? If the salesperson won't answer in plain numbers, that's your answer. Money Unwrapped, where the weekly price is never the real price.